Mhm.
As a business analyst,
Mhm.
emotional intelligence nowadays is increasing, has been a lot spoken about. And you touched one of the thing was, business analysts don't actively listen.
Yeah.
So how do you relate emotional intelligence to that, or what is your thought process on it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's just a, I think, critical thing to have. And unfortunately, I don't have like a tool to measure it. Like say, that's an emotional intelligent person versus not. But you kind of feel it, right? And I think a job interview, specifically when you interview someone to land a new job, that's a great opportunity for you, a potential, a future manager, to really get the sense of whether you're comfortable speaking with that individual, whether you're comfortable with them asking you a question or replying to a question. But yeah, being empathetic and just being a people smart individual is a critical thing to have, regardless of all the certificates and skills and tool sets. To me, that's a core of anything. And by the way, that's also to the notion of whether or not AI is going to replace us, right? So
Very
that's going
important
to be
statement.
that's going to be a huge differentiator, that's for sure.
Definitely. For me, there has been one instance when one
Hmm.
of my project colleague uh, pointed out to me that I was not emotional intelligent
Hmm.
on a certain situation, and I didn't know what emotional intelligence is because
Hmm.
you are a CBAP, you have been doing business analysis for so
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
I had this mindset that okay, whatever I'm doing is right, and I was
Hmm.
so proactive, I was so active in it that one fine day I made a slightest of the mistake in front of the client.
Hmm.
And my colleague said, I think you need to learn a little bit about the emotional intelligence. And I was like surprised. What is this emotional intelligence? And I went down home, I read the entire Google that night, and I realized that it is such an important soft skill that you must recognize and understand and manage not just my own but others' emotional. And when you manage them, it is very important for you to manage the entire situation. When in pressure, when we say pressure, it is not always stressful thing, it could be happiness thing, right? So I felt like I lacked it. I learned a lot about it, and I think right now I believe I have sufficient emotional intelligence in order to manage the stakeholder, do my business analysis duties, and anything else that was required.
Yeah, absolutely. And just, the fact that just the recognition of someone else's, how they feel, how do you think they feel, maybe, just coming late in the day and asking these questions where people is already, thinking about the weekend, whether it's answering your, question about requirements or stuff. And also the fact that we're not talking about kind of suppressing how you feel. It just at least recognizing and therefore acting to, to either kind of eliminate the stressful factor for yourself or the person who you're speaking with, or vice versa. Just recognizing how the other individual might be feeling and kind of acting accordingly, and maybe changing the tactics there. So yeah, there's a lot to it and a lot to unpack, but just being sensitive and empathetic, I think always helps. Just being human being in a conversation. Yeah, you need to write this user story. We get it, but just you know let's get kind of human connection there first.